started reading different books about investing, seeing which way I want to go. What was the best method? Like for as taxes, I looked at everything, right? Taxes. I got a friend on here that flipped. That's all she does. Well, I ain't gonna say that's all she does, but she flips. It's something I didn't get into, right? Because I'm looking at different ways to save more money. I said, okay, well, if I buy it in whole, and then I can have that money coming in every month where I'm not out here having to work so hard. You see what I'm saying? I don't have to work so hard every day once I get so many properties. That reminds me of what we were talking about last week, the rich dad, poor dad, right? It's the mindset. But the poor mindset, what they do, they go to work, pay bills. The middle class, they go to work, they pay bills, but they also, what they do, they get credit. They use their credit to go out and buy things, then they use their money from their job to pay off that credit. But when you have that rich person mindset, what you do? You work, of course, but you use that money to buy you assets, and then you use that assets to go buy your liability with. So it's a little different. So you take the money that you work for, you go buy assets instead of, see, some people in the middle class, you skipping the assets part. You just going straight from working, paying credit cards, right? Poor people working, paying bills. Rich people work, buy asset, then go buy liability and pay bills with the asset. So with your assets, you can pay your bills, your cars, and live your personal lifestyle. Are you guys getting it? Are you guys understanding? But you got to learn how to invest in real estate, right? You got to learn how to invest. You just can't go out there and be like, okay, I'm gonna do this, and you don't have that experience. You gotta learn it. You gotta have experience or get with somebody that can teach you, right? I used to go to class when I was in real estate school, all different type of classes. One young lady on the line right now, she was my mentor. I don't even think she knew it at the time, but she taught me how to flip. But I wasn't interested in how to flip, so I just used what the old people say, eat the meat, throw away the bone. You see what I'm saying? Like, I use the good from it, like how I can apply to what I want to do. I already know what I wanted to do. And I know it wasn't flipping, but I was like, okay, so I can use this method to do this. And I just kept doing that, right? And so now I put together something what I just started doing. I would acquire the property, right? I would acquire the property a certain way. So I would buy the property a certain way. Then I would rent the property out and have the government pay it off. So I buy the property, use the subject to, or just creative, right? Just get creative with buying properties. There's so many different ways you can buy property. It's easy. Like, that's why I tell people it's easy to buy a house. But then once you buy the house, what are you gonna do with it? And in the beginning, I was doing everything. I learned how to do everything in the real estate business, in my business, right? I was a realtor, so I would go out and buy the house. Then I learned, you guys, I learned how to renovate a house. I didn't know how to renovate a house, but I learned it, right? Some of you guys probably know. I used to renovate the whole entire house. It took a couple of years to learn it, right? I got uncles that work in constructions and friends and cousins. So I would go out on the job with them and I would learn this stuff. YouTube. So I learned how to renovate houses. So when I bought the house, I would go in, I would renovate the house. Once I renovated, I learned how to do property management. So I learned how to do the property management, right? So renting the house out, getting the house rented out, screening the tenants, manage the tenants. So I learned how to do all of that. After that, this is like the bird method, right? So after that, what would I do? I would go to the bank, refinance the property. Refinance the property, I do it all over again. That's what I did. That's how I end up getting started in real estate? That was a method I used to get started in real estate. Danielle, can you tell me how you got started in real estate? I see you just came on. Can you tell me how you got started in real estate? Like this was my mentor when we was in school. She didn't even know it. We was in real estate school, and she probably got tired of me, but I would ask her questions, call her all the time, ask questions. Let's see, are you on? Or did she log off?
I'm here.
Okay. How did you get started in real estate? Because you got an impressive story, but like I said, I don't even think she realized she was my mentor at the time.
Excuse me, I'm looking like a mess. But the way I got started was by accident, kind of like, maybe not, but maybe so. I had always wanted a second home, another income. So I used to try to get a loan, but I was, denied. But long story short, I had got my 401k. I took a 401k loan, and I started putting more money in my stock. So when I got an increase, I was putting more money in there. And then I applied for a loan, and just to see if I was going to get it. And this was with Own South, I think, South Mortgage or something like that. And it took a while. They gave me the loan. I bought the house, and then I, accumulated. And so I bought the house. I had to rent a property and everything. And I had already was a homeowner, not looking to get in real estate in that other aspect. So I realized that I had equity in that home. So I took cash out of that when in 2007, where everybody had, they were, having more value